Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Wrath of the Righteous with me, Bring It On. Off camera I found out how to upgrade my Outpost to Bastions, which I'm pretty sure someone told me how to do in the comments and then I just completely forgot about it. I swear that I could just go to these outposts on this map here, select it, and it would give me the option, but I'm probably misremembering. So to do it we have to go to the Crusade Management menu. We go to the map here, we can select our outpost and select which one we want to upgrade. So we're going to start with the Sinister Mansion. The priority is the teleportation circle. Training grounds is good. It'd be better if I could put it beside the archery range, but the barracks will suffice. Oh, where is it at? The Hall of Glory. Oh, need more resources. Let's do 1,000 apiece. Hall of Glory, that'll reduce the cost of mercenary units by 5%. Smithy is probably worth getting as well, and let's do the mercenary guild up here. The main army is composed of a lot of mercenary units. Next thing we want to do is probably the... Let's do Gargoyle Canyon, in case we ever have to go back to Canabras. Probably should prioritize upgrading this outpost, but it can't hurt. Alright, so the archery range is on the outskirts. Let's do training ground right there. Teleportation circle. Some stables. Another Hall of Glory. And another mercenary guild. Now, I don't plan on using the teleportation circles anytime soon because I am trying to waste time to get all those decrees pumped out. Here we can do... Let's do Tyrant's Keep, I think. This one's too far forward, and if I lose it, I don't want to risk losing my teleportation circle as well. Alright, here we're actually going to build 2 training grounds. I can only have 1. Well, the archery range is more important. Teleportation circle. I'm going to do the smithy on this side. Alright, then we do the Hall of Glory and the Mercenaries Guild. We should be all set. Okay, let's go to the place of execution. Foxes are incredibly intelligent and quick-witted. They're also noted for their high fluffiness quotient and their aesthetically pleasing hue. Yes, I think that is a sufficiently objective description. I'm pretty sure we've read that one before too. Alright, what? Which quest is that? And where is it located? Is it the City of Eyes? It's a Crusade quest specifically. Let's check this. Okay, so chanting the unholy symbol of Rovagug. A bladesmith that has arrived in Dresden is impressed by the axe filled with Rovagug's power. He wishes to make some improvements to the relic, and suggests tempering it through one of the techniques known to him. You can temper it in the blood of wild predators. While wielding this +2 radiant weapon, whenever you confirm a critical hit, you absorb part of magical essence, or part of the magical essence, dispelling one random spell up to 5th level on the target. You can harden in sacred poisons. While wielding this +2 corrosive burst weapon, you have a +3 bonus to attack rolls while performing an attack of opportunity. Your critical threat range is doubled. If you successfully land an attack of opportunity, the enemy must pass a fortitude saving throw or become paralyzed for 1 round. When you're hit by an enemy's attack of opportunity, the enemy must pass a reflex saving throw or suffer 2 to 6 acid damage. Be a little convenient for a Dampier that has the Dampier bite. And then harden in mountain winds. Once per encounter, whenever the wielder of this +2 weapon is paralyzed, staggered, stunned, petrified, or entangled, they suffer the weapon's damage and immediately remove such effect. This weapon also has an 18 to 20 critical threat range. I'm not going to use it either way, but this one sounds the coolest. Harden in mountain winds, so we'll select that. Having forged a blade, the shamans of Sarkoris did not use water or oil to harden it. The smithies were located high in the mountains, so the flaming blade was exposed to the dense, powerful gusts of the mountain winds, which are as glacial as the peak-top streams. The sacred wind imbued the blade with lightness and extraordinary sharpness. The detachment of Crusaders summoned from Canabris by the military council to aid the cause has found itself in grave danger. They've been completely blocked off by demonic forces and been forced to take up a defensive position, or take up defensive positions. If they're not rescued, they will all die. Well, if I knew where it was at, I would try to help. I'm assuming it's this one. That's the army they're sending me? Okay. We'll march. This army over there. I mean, they could send better, right? Alright. Let's recruit all these guys. Alright, let's get these guys down here. March them right there. Same with these. mean, can I just not have these guys run away? I'll take out this army first. Oh, they get to go first. Good for them. This mining settlement, built by the gold mines, wasn't ravaged by demons. A flock of corrupted dragons who allowed greed and demonic energy to taint their hearts, killed all the mortals and feasted on their bodies. In the darkness of the mines, they were laying on the heaps of glinting ore until the Crusaders came along and brought retribution to them. Also a ton of dragons. Was it 3 stacks of 29? A level 13 army. A little scary. Let's see. I don't think this one will be too tough. Let's go this way. Alright, that was a good little hit. Took a little while for the salamanders to get to us, so the giants are currently the big threat. Not if we lose the paladins. They're a surprisingly inexpensive unit. Alright, just gotta clear those guys off the board. Could have done that a lot faster, but I'm trying to save energy because we haven't been above like 120 in a little while. The demon cultist fought to the last, using her charms to dominate and kill many soldiers. The cleric who examined her corpse found a decorated pin in her hair, one which emanated dark energies. The temple trophy was sent to the commander so that he could decide its fate. Zaurus' pin? Hope I'm saying that right. The city of Katapesh remembers the villainous Zaurus. As beautiful as she was depraved, this priestess was born into the family of the noble magician Konthir. After he witnessed his daughter's disturbing inclinations, He sought to root out the little girl's taint through purifying rituals. All of his efforts were for naught. Zaurus' heart was evil through and through. She hated her father, and swore herself to the demon lord Nocticula, who gifted her with a magic pin that could seduce and enslave people's minds, after it tasted a single drop of their blood. Zaurus used it to dominate Kanthir's will, then used his magic to bring death and destruction to the townsfolk of Katapesh. Her army grew day after day, as she used the pin to enthrall new servants. Zaurus reveled in her cruelty, and her terror lasted for many years. She smiled as she handed weapons to children, and promised them freedom if they spilled the blood of their fathers. She made sacrifices to Nocticula, and forced her father Kanthir to incinerate entire settlements. Yet the magician managed to retain a few shreds of free will. Not wishing to serve evil, Kanthir tricked his daughter into exploring an abandoned temple of Calistria, the goddess of lust and vengeance. Tempted by treasure and unaware that the temple was cursed, Zaurus agreed, and so she and her father set out to meet their doom, together. The temple's most precious treasure was the Book of Redemption. Clad in a cover of gold and jewels, it was magnificent. Zaurus thought the book contained destructive spells, but realized her mistake the moment she opened it. All the braziers in the abandoned temple flared up, and crimson words seeped onto an empty page. The Book of Redemption chronicles Zaurus' guilty acts in blood. The priestess cried out in unbearable pain as the curse struck her. Any murderer who entered the temple fell prey to their own crimes, endlessly experiencing the agony felt by each of their victims. The temple doors slammed shut, and the magic of the pin faded. Zaurus and Kanthir found themselves trapped at the altar. Delirious with pain, the priestess stabbed her father to death with a disempowered pin, and then pierced her own heart, but her spirit found no rest in the afterlife. The agonized face of the priestess kept haunting the subsequent owners of the pin for years, and even after the cursed item found its way back to Nocticula, Zaurus the Crimson refused to vanish for good. Sounds like a pleasant item. Alright, let's go take out this army. Get a quick save as well. Not a lot of damage. Just hold the line right there. This is probably worth doing. I'm trying to set up the rocks to be killed by my baseline units this turn, hopefully. Could heal up the Hell Knights. Alright, it's not too bad. Under the vicious demon's supervision, lots of mortal blacksmiths abducted from every corner of the world, making weapons and armor for the Abyssal armies. As a sign of gratitude for being saved, they're willing to fire up their forges again, provide the Crusaders with the best equipment and armaments. You'd expect to get some sort of a unique piece of equipment here or something. It's all these smiths there. Alright, so extensive infirmary. Infirmary size increases by 5% per level this feat. Outflank. Flanking grants a +4 bonus to attack instead of a +2 bonus to attack. Salvage. Defeating an army adds 1,000 finance points. And deep defensive order. All units in the army gain a +6 bonus to armor class instead of a +4 bonus when making the total defense action. I do use this a fair bit. Let's do that. We also get Dimension Door. Target unit gains the teleportability for 3 rounds. Which is actually gonna... that can be pretty good. Alright, I'm not gonna go after this army quite yet. I'm gonna pull back here. We'll save this army for later. Alright, what was I doing? Sorry, hoping this armor doesn't get annihilated. I don't think it's going to matter. I don't plan on using it. But it can't hurt to have. Alright, place of execution. Recently, a gang of demons has begun operating in this area, so impudently, they don't even bother to cover the tracks of their lair anymore. In fact, they're pleased when the Crusader units appear. It means they don't have to go out hunting. They call themselves the Executioners, and have named their lair accordingly. Oh, sounds like a mistake to me.
Time's not waiting. I know what to do.
Together we stand.
Matricium Turino, Inimosi Travisi, Tashani Savitor, Inimosi Travisi, never cease. Inimosi Travisi, Travisi,
Oh, yes, what?
My will is resolute.
Again, I'm just doing the essential buffs here. I'm not going to do all of them. I'm going to consider 8 essential. Death Warden, on the other hand, is extremely essential, as... well, freedom of movement, not so much. It's important for... like, social, so you can use heal without getting pinned down.
Are we ready to move out? are my favorite aid.
Alright, get Blur out, and we should be all set. I'm getting a lot out of practice, so now when I try to cast all my buffs for the big dungeons, it's gonna take a little longer because I have to actually cycle through everything and look. I'm not memorizing the movements like I used to. What's a Baylor?
We are they darkness.
Oh my goodness. 2,226 damage on a crit.
This spell doesn't work like that.
Alright, can I charge this guy? I can. We'll send Business back here to help with the one that's right next to my party.
Let's
Am I fighting
try
demons or
this
am I
way.
fighting splatters of blood? It's hard to tell.
Unexpected outcome.
Lacking. You are lacking.
Prepare yourself.
I didn't even break a sweat.
Without risk.
Oh, he's definitely no Durin's Bane.
I'll go ahead.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
Alright, more pieces to a puzzle. Sturdy Snoot. This headband grants its wearer plus 12 competence bonus on athletics and mobility skill checks. This headband is worn by an animal companion. It also grants a plus 3 dodge bonus to armor class against range attacks. It'd be really good for my main character, but if I have this, but I gain a lot. I mean, it's plus 12, which I think is the highest bonus that I might have a plus 15 somewhere. But between mounted combat and the Boots of Stampede, I mean, this is a really good headband for my main character. But the plus 4 profane bonus to strength, it's hard to give that up. But we can give it to Bucephalus. Yeah, because this has fallen off quite a bit. So let's give him this instead. That Baylor, man. Been waiting to get a crit with a charge for, well, since we took the legend path. I'm glad it finally happened. That's not fully buffed either. Imagine if I had legendary proportions up instead.
Follow my lead.
I'm just being thorough. I want to make sure I didn't miss any perception checks.
Ah!
What? I have never been struck by... Oh goodness. This is the most intense bloodstorm we've been in. Like, it rains blood all the time in the World Wound, but this is the first time it's been this intense. And we got struck by lightning, which hasn't happened. Alright, I think we're all done here.
As it should be.
Alright, so I think we're done for now. Let's head back to Dresden. And in the next episode, we'll enter, see if anyone wants to talk, deal with any decrees we need to, we'll rest up, and then we will go south, I think, because we have a Forgotten Secrets, Bear's Maw Shrine to explore. Sealess Quest is down here as well, we can knock that out. Darren's Quest is further west, and Land's Quest is also further west. Are these armies ready to move? I do want to keep moving before I forget. Alright, so I'm going to call it here. Next episode, we will pick up with this army, come back here, take care of these couple level 12 demon armies, maybe even this level 11 fort, and just keep crusading, and then we'll deal with the Dresden stuff, and then we'll begin our journey southward towards these locations. But for now, thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next one.